You've just hurt your back and it's in a lot of pain. I'm going to give you a few top tips that I give my clients to help calm down the pain. And also I'm going to give you a nice mobility exercise, my favorite one that really helps people start the healing process. Oh my God, what have I done? So low back pain, it's really common. And what we need to do is we need to calm down the nervous system and we need to just take a breather for a second. Pretty hard when you're in that amount of pain, right? But what I wanted to do is go over some tips. So number one is actually take a breath. So you are not going to be in this pain this time next week, but right now we've got to deal with the acute pain. And to do that, we need to find a comfy position that might be like laying with your knees up, rocking side to side on your back. It might be laying on your side, whatever you can, find a comfy position, okay? And breathe. What happens is when you're in pain, your muscles will tense up to try and protect you. And then they can then become the source of the main pain as well. So we need to calm down and we need to actually think it through and go, okay, all right. I'm going to be okay. Okay, what can I do in this moment? A few things as well. You can get a heat pack, you can get a hot water bottle, you could go take a hot shower or potentially a bath or a spa if you have one. Another thing is pain relief. So, if you want to go the natural route, then, I would highly advise like your essential oils and your, turmeric and black pepper and things like that. Other people take, pharmaceutical drugs, that's up to you. And then also it's more around just feeling safe within the body. So when you're in pain, a lot of people, they're just so highly strung and just tense, right? So that muscle spasm is it's just trying to do its job. It's just trying to protect. So what we want to do is we want to calm that down. So the heat is really relaxing. And then something that really, really helps my clients, a lot of them have actually given me good feedback on this. I say to them, when you go to bend down or when you try and move and you know that it's going to hurt a bit, I want you to repeat the phrase, sore but safe. So sore but safe is basically telling your brain and your body that it's safe to move, I'm not going to create any more damage, and it's going to be okay through the movement. This really down regulates the nervous system. So as we know, pain comes from the brain and the brain decides how much pain we feel. If we're highly strung and we're thinking, oh my God, can I go to work today? I've got to do this. My moving house is coming up and blah, blah, blah. That is going to create more tension and more stress in the body. And so therefore the brain will actually send higher volume pain signals to the back. So we want to calm things down and of course get into your physio and start the healing process. And lastly, I'd like to show you my favorite back pain mobility exercise that's going to help you get moving day one of your back pain. What we're going to do is we're going to go 4-point kneeling. Okay, we want your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips there. A cat-cow looks more like this, like the whole kind of range, right? What we're going to do is not that. We're going to do pelvic tilt. So that looks like flattening your upper spine there, and instead of moving up higher here, we're just going to focus on the lumbar spine. So flatten your upper back, squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit, and then we're just going to gently pelvic tilt forward to back. So this is flexion and this is extension. Someone that's in a bit of pain going into bending might find it a bit hard to tuck under. So we're just going to go to whatever feels comfortable for you. So none of these movements should be painful, okay? You want to make sure that it's sore but it's safe, but it's also not in pain or increasing your pain at all. After we've done this for about a minute, okay, so we're just lubricating up the joints, getting them nice sliding and gliding on each other. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tuck the tailbone under just to whatever you possibly can, whatever feels comfortable, and sit towards the heels. And you might just go a little bit and then flatten, come back, flatten that upper back. And then we're going to do 2 pelvic tilts. 1, 2, tucking under, just to whatever's comfortable. and sitting to the heels. You might go a little bit further this time. But remember, it's really important just to do the pelvic tilting to start off with for a good minute or two beforehand, just to lubricate everything up there nicely. And it's just teaching the discs that it's okay to bend and move this way. So we might go back a bit further this time. That's a nice back stretch there. I'm coming back up again, flatten the upper back, and then 2 pelvic tilts, nice. And tucking under, and you might get to like this point here where it feels really lovely, just to like, oh, that's a nice kind of stretch. We're not doing this where we tuck back and do like a lion stretch or child's pose. Once again, flatten the upper back and just segmentally moving the lower spine only. And you want to try that for about 5 minutes, okay? Now, if the pelvic tilt in the 4-point kneeling is just even too much for you, you're in that much pain, then you can try it laying down, okay? So we're going to lay on the back here, and we've just got our knees bent, and we're just going to have a go at trying to tuck the tailbone under a bit here, and then arching our back. Just ever so, whatever you can handle, and then tucking under. Yeah. And then coming back up. So just try the variation of that with, I guess, how much you do that. So you might have to start really small and work your way into it. Once again, don't push through pain type thing. Yeah, just gently doing this for a couple minutes in the morning can really help. You can then also add some like rotation through the lower back as well, just knee rocking side to side. And then you can even bring one leg over and then a little oscillation there as well. So you're just pulling that leg there, getting some really gentle kind of rotation through that lower back there. Whatever you can handle though. And then the other one I like to add as well with this is rotation in the upper spine. So we're going to roll on our side here and knees together, hands together like this. And you're just going to reach forward with the top hand, and then we're going to pull your arm back, looking at this hand at all times. It helps rotate the whole upper back and the neck. And then we're going to feed the arm through the body again, reaching forward as much as you can and coming back. You can see it's nice, like flowy, gentle movement, and you can do that on both sides. And that is how I would normally start the day, especially if you have acute back pain. If this has helped, then I would love for you to leave a comment below, like it, obviously subscribe. My goal is to serve 11 million people, positively impact them, hopefully. And so if you can share this or comment or like, that kind of, says to me that this is meaningful and that it's helped. And yeah, hopefully we can get the word out there more. All right, peace and love.